The state legislature is taking a look at adding legal freedom of religion protections by way of a bill that would allow Utahns to challenge government regulations that they believe interfere with their religious beliefs.
So for more on how this could work, we go to ABC4's Jonathan May with the details.
The government would have to show what's called a strict scrutiny or compelling state interest to override. So let's say there was another pandemic and the government said nobody can go to church for a year, and that was challenged in court. The government would have a very high legal burden to overcome.
He says Utah would be creating their own smaller version of the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, which was introduced at the federal level in 1993, but only applies to federal law.
In 1997, the Supreme Court said that the federal law only applies to federal laws, and that's when states started passing what we call mini RFRAs, or Religious Freedom Restoration Act.
Since then, roughly 30 states have passed their own state-level Religious Freedom Restoration Act.
It's amazing to me, but in 2024, Utah is one of only 15 states that doesn't have a mini RFRA. So we're looking to change that this year.
But organizations like Equality Utah, whose mission is to secure equal rights and protections for LGBTQ Utahns and their families, are worried about Utah passing this bill. In part of a statement, they said LGBTQ groups, including Equality Utah, have grown wary of RFRA laws, especially as we have seen evidence of their use as a means to discriminate against LGBTQ people in the name of religion. In 2015, Equality Utah says they worked closely with legislative leaders, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and others to craft a careful and balanced compromise allowing religious rights and LGBTQ equality to peacefully coexist in the state. Their statement goes on to say, "We are concerned that as currently drafted, SB 150 does not adequately protect this careful compromise. We are in discussions with the bill's sponsor and hope that additional language will be considered to achieve this end."
I think there will be some tweaks. We're trying to make sure that we don't disrupt some of the balancing acts that we've had between religious rights and like LGBT rights and other things in the past. And so there'll probably be some tweaks and modifications along the way.